Getting rid of the last couple loads of concrete. Pretty much dig a hole, dump it in there, go load up another load. Come back, dump some more in there. It is sloppy wet down here this morning. We can't work anywhere else. We got a pond out here. It's bad when sand is wet. Calling for another 2 to 3 inches of rain. Just what we need. Not. It's still wet. Swampy. Let it go. And now we can see if he can make it out of here. I think after about 3 more trips, that's going to be impassable. Girl gets it done though. Let's push this in there and I'll load up another load and then I'll dig the hole a little deeper. A hole back here behind the berm to finish burying. We got about 3 more loads of just old dirt and roots, and I've already got the concrete in there, so just swapping it out and getting a little bit of better dirt so I can mix in with these berms so that it'll bond together a little better than sand, and it'll get rid of the junk back here where it doesn't matter, and we'll cover it up with all the extra dirt. It's about just like digging the pond. You can dig for about 5 minutes and then the hole starts filling with water. That's a piece of concrete, that's why it won't dig it. And it's pretty much hurry up and shove everything in here and get it filled back up above the water table, which is about 5 feet here instead of 3 feet down there. It's something else working down here. But like I said, there's no other job that we could even attempt to work on today other than down here, so grateful we can still work. Everybody else is sitting at home today. We probably got an inch or so of rain, and they're calling for another 2 to 3 inches over the next 2 days. Joy! So figured we'd come down here and take advantage of it not raining and get whatever we can possibly done. And just every little bit is that much less we have to do. Coming in now. It won't be long. It'll all just like go to hell quickly. I mean, it looks fine right now. Soon that once that, what I noticed on the first one was it was all fine and dandy, and once the water started showing, it's like it all starts like percolating out of the ground from everywhere, and that just saturates the banks, and then it all caves in. So right now it looks like a decent hole. In about a couple more minutes, it'll be like sinkhole. farther because I'm getting into the area if we ever do have to. I think I've got permission to run that pipe to the pond so that I can drain the water, because I only got about 1/10 of fall through here and it's just not enough for it to drain. I got 2 feet going to the pond, so I think I'm going to try to carry all this water back to the pond. That'll kind of help feed it. So we'll see. We will see. Alright, we're starting to see everything go south now. Oh yeah, it's starting to get liquid sand now. Oh, it's all starting to cave in. Oh, starting to cave in. Stop, 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 stop. Let's see if I can put this big old tree stump in there. I couldn't put this one in the pond. It kept floating. There wasn't enough dirt left on it, so we'll just make this one disappear. That'll be submerged in mud and water, and it will actually never rot. You'll be able to dig that up in 50 years and it'll look just like it does now. Strange, but it's true. It'll be preserved. Alright, a couple more bucketfuls and we'll let him back in here and dump that out. Hopefully he won't get stuck. And I think I got one more load. Yeah, one more, maybe 2. And I'll get this hole filled up. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do the rest of the day, because trucking is not going to work because it's going to get stuck. Alright, let's watch Tim back in here now. Let me get out of the way. See what I mean about how flat it is from the tree line behind me to all the way to that second big tree. There's 1 inch of fall. That's why the water is just laying in there flat. Alright, let's watch Tim back up. Punch it, driver. Dump it out. Oh, we're spinning. Push this in there and I'll go load up the last load. So we're working on the berms now. There's a few little low spots in it, so I'm trying to come down here with the excavator and help him out, kind of fill them in. And I've got, let me show you here in just a second. So I'm just kind of taking it and raking it up, and I've got this massive hole of water that I've got to get down to here. So I'm going to finish creating this bank. Then I'm going to lay this up, and hopefully I can get it cut down where this water will come out to the end, because we're going to put a culvert pipe through the berm to let the water out. And so the ditch is still open. It's just all, everything's plugged up from when we were hauling the other day, and everything was just so wet and liquidy. It didn't get graded out good enough. Help him. It got a little it wasn't quite steep enough, so I'm taking it, just kind of pushing it back up. It's a little easier for me to take and push the dirt up and the dozer. Kind of get a little bit more height back on the berm. You flatten it out too much. And we'll go from there. I'm going to take this real quick and lay it up there to start finishing that berm to tie it in with that down there. So it's starting to come along, as you can see. Let me go over this hump right here and it'll smooth out. There we go. Just about a 6-foot berm on the side going into, I don't know how tall that is back there now. Every bit of 15, 16 feet now. And so trying to get these evened out, I got to come in here. I've got to put some more dirt in here to fill in where that low spot is, but I got to pull that berm up. It got a little wide grade in it. We're trying to shoot for something like this, and I can use the rest of that dirt down in here to kind of help fill this in. So I'll start raking a little dirt out. I'm kind of laying this material up here to finish building the berm. It was so wet the other day we couldn't get the truck back down here, and I'm leaving a spot open right here. This is probably where it'll be. It might be a little bit farther down. I'll just wait and see. But I'm gonna go ahead and fill this in. I know I just cut another ditch through there. I don't know. I may leave that open. I think that's gonna be a good spot for the pipe to go. So I'll fill in around it. I forgot there's concrete in there, so that would just make it a bigger nightmare. So I'm gonna make that the spot where the water will drain out. So I've got to get everything to drain from pretty much where the dozer is all the way down here, and then from the back I'm gonna put a little bit of taper on it so it'll run back this way, and then I'll go down through there. Sitting up well, you probably can't tell, but I can tell. I'm sitting up probably at least a foot higher than that, a little bit more, so I can cut this down. And I got plenty of material right in here. As they were dumping that, it just kept getting higher and higher, so I can actually cut that down some to get whatever material I need left to finish these berms out, because this one needs to be about 15, 16, 18 feet high, somewhere around that way. Anything over 15 is good, under 20 is acceptable. So that's what we're shooting for. So I am going to knock this down where the machine can get on top of it and lay some more in there. I don't want to put the pipe in just yet because I want to get the berm pretty well graded. That way it doesn't stand a chance of getting crushed. That's just stupid expensive mistakes to put the pipe in there and then everything muddy and you're trying to grade it, and next thing you know it gets smashed. You got to fix it back. So I'll just wait till I know everything's about where it needs to be, and then I will put the pipe in. Laid up here where it'll dry out a little bit, and also get a ditch dug to let that all that water that's ponded up there out. Then I think we will be good then. I hope. tremendous amount of wet sand right there that is now dry. Alright, I'm going to rake this out and finish laying this sand up here and keep my ditch open so that it will drain. And whenever this dries out enough, we will put the pipe in. So I know I'm moving the same dirt twice now, but I needed a few loads of dry material, and the only dry dirt is all that liquid sand that we dumped out back here last week. So I'm stealing 8 or 10 loads of that. I need some real good dry grating dirt to fill in the bottom there where it's so wet, and I didn't want to go down there and dig beside the pond because the truck can't make it through there loaded. It'll just mire it up and get stuck every load. So we got the truck over here, and now we can go back and forth. So I'm gonna let him haul me 8 or so loads, however many it looks like I need to get enough fill to fill in that low area, because believe it or not, it is completely flat from that pile of dirt to just about the far end to where the water needs to run out. So my logic is if I raise this elevation up a foot, that'll give me, well, it's 300 feet long, that'll give me about 0.5%, because the ditch is about 75, 80 feet from the end. 200 feet, a foot, 0.5% of fall, which is not much. 6 inches per 100 feet. But that's a lot more fall than we have right now. So that's what I'm going to do. And I think with this pretty coarse sand right here, it should kind of help drain, even though it won't be a whole lot higher. The water should kind of percolate through it there and not just lay in there like it is right now, because right now it's just a mess. So I'll take advantage of this nice coarse sand that I dug out as a good base material to use. And I don't want to go and dig out more liquid sand because it'll just make an even bigger mess trying to put it in place and grade it out. I'd rather dump it right here and let it sit for however long it needs to drain out. The ground's solid once you get it up out of the water table. But until then, it's just water everywhere. That's going to work out good. I can sit right there on top of that and just rake it right out. Everything will be all hunky-dory. Kind of like what I was doing right there. Just a whole lot easier to throw it in the truck and try and throw it over there and push it. Because it'll just all get mixed in with that water and liquefy. T-shirts back in stock. It's taken me a lot longer to get all the ones made that I thought I was going to get made, but the gray ones are back in stock, and a lot of the hoodies are back in stock. And probably by the time you see this video, some other stuff will be back in stock. But I'll do a video once I get the majority of everything back in stock, so I don't get 50 emails asking when such and such will be back available. And after this, it might be the last run because it's a lot more work than I have free time to mess with. So I don't know. Get it while you can. It might not be around much longer. So that worked really well. We moved all that in about 20 minutes, so it wasn't too bad. And I got this cut down to about grade anyways, so it all worked out. And when we come back, I'll have to straighten this up. It got a little cockeyed. It needs to go through here, and it's kind of going like that. But that won't be nothing but pull some of that back and make all that work. So there's the water to indicate how flat everything is. Got about 30 minutes before some heavy rain gets here, so I got him, Tim's going to come up here on the dozer and blade over this. I'm going to come down here and rake this out and get it the way I want it. That way all the runoff should come down and then go around by the dozer, and whatever falls in here should run back down to the drainage ditch down there. Should. We shall see.